absolutely bricking it about this Bayern Munich game. I feel like we're expected to win now. Hello? Oh, hi, hey, how are you doing? Yeah, not too bad, mate, not too bad. How can I help you here? Oh, you're happy to stay? And you're withdrawing your transfer request, mate. That is excellent, excellent news. Is it because you've realised Bournemouth can't offer you a chance of the Champions League quarter-finals? It's because you love the Scottish weather. Alright, mate, well, each to their own as long as you're happy. Hi guys, I'm Aussie Villain. Welcome to episode 91 of the Hearts of Midlothian save. And as you've just heard, he who is now happy to stay. We can see here he has a minor concern about a lack of defence depth, which is maybe legitimate, to be honest. Maybe we could do another centre-back back there. But he's withdrawn his transfer request. He is happy to stay. We've offered him a new contract as well. So hopefully we'll just, you can see there, I won't change it because I don't want to screw something up. But yeah, because his contract right now is due to expire in 2 seasons. We're trying to tie him down for another 4 years, I think. So that will hopefully keep he who happy. Now, today it is a massive episode because we have Rangers in the Scottish Cup quarter-final, and then we have got Bayern Munich, of course, in the second leg. We're hosting Bayern Munich in the second leg of the Champions League round of 16 game. We hold a 2-1 lead for Munich. Can you believe that? But before we get to that, let's have a look at what's happened since last episode, starting with our fixture against, who was up first? Wraith Rovers. A game that looked destined for 0-0 was lit up in stoppage time by Nicholas Buckley. So perhaps a little bit of a European hangover for this one. We were really, poor to lackluster. Depends what word you want to use. You can see Amar was quite good. It looked destined for 0-0, to be honest. And then Buckley with just a strike from the heavens at the end there. Next up, we hosted Hibs in the Edinburgh Derby. Again, a stalemate looked likely until some clueless defending gifted Hibs a stoppage time lead. But sensationally, there was still time for Turnbull to rescue a point from the spot. I mean, this was just a tale of poor finishing. It should have cost us in the end when they got that late goal, but somehow we managed to pull ourselves up off the canvas and get ourselves a late equalising penalty. A lot of pressure on Turnbull to put that one away. So a disappointing result there. Silly dropped points, but we had a chance to make up for it next when we hosted Celtic again in the league. This wasn't a classic, but Dimitri Mitchell provided a moment of inspiration to sink Celtic. So there we go. It was another tight, tense affair against Celtic. There really isn't much between the two teams. We just seem to keep finding a way to get the goals. I'll tell you what, that Dimitri Mitchell strike, that was something special. Had me out of my seat, let me tell you. You can see it was a relatively even game. We did have more of the ball, and I think we had the better players as well. But yeah, it was a tough, tight game, that one. But we have a look at what all that means for the league table. Silly drop points against Hibs, but we're still 6 points clear of Rangers. They dropped points themselves to, who did they drew Motherwell. So there's been Celtic, we're 10 points clear of them with a game in hand. Essentially, I think, given that we're in March now, 28, 29 games in, we're coming up towards the split. I think we've just about seen Celtic off us between ourselves and Rangers now. You can see we've both already guaranteed Champions League football for next year. Now, of course, third is only qualification rounds, top 2 at group stage. So we want to try and make sure we guarantee ourselves top 2 at a minimum. But yeah, we put the league to one side today, and it is all about this. The Scottish Cup quarter-final against Rangers, and then the Champions League first knockout round, second leg, at home to Bayern Munich. And we can only really screw it up, which is the disappointing thing, isn't it? If we go back here and have a look at what we're expecting from Rangers here, you can see we have a decent enough record. We're slowly edging it back, though Philip Cocu is still the manager, and we have tended to struggle against them with him in charge. So a balanced, direct playing style. We're actually expecting them to come out in a 4-1-4-1 formation. They seem to have ditched this against us, which is... It is what it is, really, isn't it? They're showing us respect, which is good. We can see there their heat map, their passing network, and their key passes as well. And this is the team we're sending out. If we can beat Rangers here, you'd say we're every chance of winning a third Scottish Cup title in a row, which would be absolutely amazing. We're going with a strong team. You'll notice the team against Celtic was a little bit rotated as well. So this is the team we're sending out, and hopefully we'll be able to play a similar team against Munich. So Amar in goal. He who, Coping and O'Connor as the back four. Lang goes down the right. Diallo, our youngster, who can play in the Scottish Cup despite not being having wages to qualify for a senior work permit. He can play in the Cup game, so we're going to give him a game here. He did fine against Celtic, so no reason to think he couldn't do the same job for us here. Cochrane and Dominguez go in midfield. Hartford in behind Carlos and Brewster with a game up top. But he has all the attributes to be a good striker. Let's see if he can show us that he can do that. So there we go. They are coming out in their little bitch formation, let's call it. Yeah, the problem that we've had is having Celtic, Rangers, and then Munich sort of 3 games in a row within a week of each other. It's really tested the squad, to be honest here. What do we want to say? Expect to go out there, prove a point. We've been on a good run lately. Go out there and impress me. I mean, it's been working, so let's just keep going with it. Yeah, I mean, it seems weird to say that we're favourites for a game against well, any of the Celtic or Rangers, really. But I mean, we're kind of in that position now, aren't we? We've strengthened enough. We're at home as well. But both Glasgow teams are still very, very capable of beating us, and I'm very, very, very aware of that. Let me tell you. Like I said, that Celtic game could really have gone his way. Middleton's starting for them, which is unusual. But he always seems to score against us. There's a good ball, a good header, I should say, from O'Connor. It's given Dominguez a chance to counter-attack. We do have Rian Brewster in on goal. Here, Rian Brewster! Oh, a chance to score the opening goal. A chance given to him today at striker, and it wasn't a bad effort, but the keeper got a hand to it. Corner comes in. That's not the best corner we've ever seen. Are we going to get to that? We are with Lang. Now, will the highlight continue? No, it's going to go out for a throw, and that will probably be that. We are saving Darnell Johnson for Bayern Munich. So that's why he's not playing this one. Lang, he should be fine. Carlos knocks it down there for Dominguez. Dominguez for Cochrane. He's got a little bit of space there, but he's just dwelling on the ball a little bit. Back for Dominguez. We know he can score from anywhere. There we go for Hartford. Hartford, it's a good ball for Lang. Can we get across into the box? We can. It's Rian Brewster, and he's just over the bar. It never really looked like going in, did it? Never really. It was just a weak header. All right, now we've got defending to do. Throw in there, Morales out to the edge of the area. It's way too much space, and we've been punished. It's a stunning strike. We didn't put any pressure on him, did we? None whatsoever. I'm wondering if a high line would have helped there, but I don't actually know that it would have. We're all kind of in here for a long attacking throw. You know what I see there is a bit of a tactical stuff up, to be honest. I wonder. Just let me pause this here, and we'll see if we can fix that. Okay, what I've done is I've just put a second man going out to the edge of the area because there was no one there. I don't even know where Hartford was, to be honest. He should have been in the vicinity himself. Here we go with Diallo. Can we get a quick reply? Oh, Carlos! And he's put it just past the post. So hopefully that'll fix that problem because that was not what we needed, was it, to go behind there. We've got a nervous-looking Bobby Coping. Let's demand a bit more of them here. We have not had much of the ball, so let's try exploiting the flanks, distributing to the flanks. Yeah, it's not been a good half so far. We have actually struggled a little bit since that Bayern Munich game. You can see by results and when the goals have come that we've struggled a little bit, to be honest. Brewster is not having a good game up front. We'll yell at them at half time and see if that makes any difference. Show a bit of desire. Let's go with that. Let's tell Diallo just to watch his step here on a booking. Yeah, let's just go with that for now. I'm wondering actually if we need to, if they're sitting back perhaps, let's lower the tempo, be more expressive, and see if that's going to help. The way they're set up, the chances are they're just kind of sitting back and defending against us. So if we lower it down, just kind of like camp outside the penalty area. Look, here we go with Dominguez. Oh, he's not scored. What's going on? Dominguez has not scored. That is disastrous. And let's go attacking. Here we go with Cochrane now. Can we get a bit of quality into the box? We know we can. Brewster's there. He's offside. Oh, I'd like to see that again. If he's offside, that's just poor play, isn't it? We might have to take him off. Is he offside? He's not offside. He's not offside, Ralph. This guy's playing him on. This guy right there was. I think it's Middleton to make it worse. Here we go with Diallo. Picks up a loose ball. Goes early for Carlos. He's wide. Can he find someone in the box? Where's Brewster? He's there. He's put it past the post, and that will do it for Rian Brewster. We're going to bring on Uche. Pressing forward for him. And yeah, Brewster's just probably showing there why I don't think we're signing him for next year, despite him being available on a free. Carlos isn't having a great day either, if we're being completely honest. Here we go again with a corner. It's there, it's Uche! There you go. We bring him off the bench and he scores. He delivers. He's the postman. He always delivers. It's Uche Ikpeazu. It's his 12th of the season, and that is much more like it, boys. Again, it's from a corner. We've maybe not broken them down, but it's a really good header from Uche, isn't it? Attack that ball wonderfully. Despite Rangers having pretty much their entire squad in the box, they still can't stop Uche. Alright, back on level terms. That's what we like to see. Let's give it a get creative here if we can. Hartford's looking a little bit tired. We do have Clare or Lancaster on the bench who could come on. 10 minutes to go here. Ball out to Lang. There it is there for Carlos. Can he pick out Uche himself? It's a good ball in. Uche's there and it's just over the bar from the great man. Oh, so close. So close. Let's show some passion here. Can we get ourselves a late goal yet again? Is it going to go to extra time or does it go to a replay? I'm not sure. There's 10 seconds to go here. We're about to find out. The last thing we need, given that I wanted to play this team against Bayern Munich, the last thing we need is extra time. It is full time. Well, I'll tell you, I'll just about take that, to be honest. We get a replay out of it. I think we deserved a little bit more than that in the end. It's just poor finishing, wasn't it? Brewster up front. We know not to do that again. Guys, that was not good enough. We should have won that game. We did enough to win that. So there we go. Honours evil at Tynecastle. Evans is there looking at Hartford, Cochrane, and that's it for each squad. Glenn Middleton, wouldn't we love to get him back? I still think he's good enough, even though the scouts say he's probably not. The problem is that Rangers want a fortune for him. Does it say here? Where's the scouting report? I've still been scouting him. Yeah, they want like 7th, or well, 5th, say 15, somewhere in the middle for him. Plus, he wants a lot of money every week. So he's a little bit out of our price range right now, which is unfortunate. But there's going to be a replay of that. I'm not quite sure. When is that replay? That's going to be an extra fixture we really don't need, to be honest. But anyway, guys, wait right there. We'll be back for the second leg against Bayern Munich. Dare we dream of a Champions League quarter-final? Alright, welcome back. There is breaking news, and it's not good breaking news. Carlos has pulled a back muscle. He's out. He's out for the Bayern Munich game. That is a huge loss. He's only out for about a week, maybe a slightly longer. It may put him at risk of missing the Rangers replay as well, because the Rangers replay is basically this time next week, game time, next Wednesday. So, 2 possibly season-defining games for us, and we're going to be missing our superstar that we signed to win these sorts of games for us. So that's disappointing, but let's not dwell on it. We can't do anything about it. I was just looking here, Lazio, who of course we played in the group. Now, Liverpool only just squeaked past them, so sort of as the form guide goes, that looks okay for us. Now, but we've got to worry about Bayern Munich here. Now, we are not the favourites, so we are in the better form. We've won 2 from 2 against Bayern Munich, both in competitive fixtures. Let's just pat ourselves on the back for that just for a second. Now, what are we expecting here? Same as last time. Wenger's still the coach, an attacking, passing style of football. We have an analysis report now. We can see how they played against us last time. There is their heat map. They like a goal poacher, don't they? Number 11 there. Passing network, we can see they do like to pass out from the back. I did suspect so much. And we can see their key passes. And that's what they were all in that first 15-20 minutes last time, weren't they? Where we were poor. We were lucky to get away with that first leg. Now, this is the team we're sending out. We'll have a quick look. It's Amar in goal. It's Taylor, Hehu, Coping, and Johnson as the back four. Cochrane, Dominguez, and Dozzle go in midfield. I'm going to give youngster Edie a game on the right. He's rapid. He's really pacey, if you can see over there. If you look at his physical stats, as my mouse is not going to let me go. So you guys can see. Really pacey. Good dribbling. I think he's a better winger than what Rhian Brewster is, even though Brewster did do really well in the first leg. So it's a bit of a risk, but we're going to give Edie a game. Lancaster's going to go down the left, and Cameron comes in to replace Carlos up front. He's done okay so far in Europe, so let's hope he continues. So they are playing the same way they did first leg as well, so that's all well and good. Cochrane is booking away from a suspension. That would be a bad miss for us. We don't really have anybody else who can play in that DM role. Expected to prove a point today. The first leg means nothing now. Let's go out there and make sure we win this. Let's go with that. We've stressed out old Hehu. That's fine. Come on, mate. Go on. Get out there, son. Johnson, we know what you've got, what it takes. Who else we got here? Stephen. Oh, excuse me. We believe in you, mate. We believe in you. I was going to say no pressure, but we believe in him. And here we go. Hopefully not the final time we will hear the Champions League anthem this season. I mean, you look at the names that they have. We have no business being in the same field as them, do we? But they haven't beaten us yet. Now, let's not dwell on that too much, because they just always feel like that's just due to happen eventually. I did go back and make sure we're starting basically with the tactical instructions we had when we sort of fix things in the first leg. So hopefully we won't find ourselves, I'll tell you what, we haven't had much of the ball, under that sort of pressure that we were in the first leg. Now, of course, 2 away goals puts us in a decent position. Dominguez with a corner, it's attacked. Oh, it's off the bottom of the crossbar, was it? I think it was a he-who header, and it was just crashed off the bottom of the post. Unlucky boys. Come on, let's put some pressure on them here. Let's put some pressure on them. We are pressing them higher up the field, obviously, because that's what we did last time. The only thing I haven't done is get stuck in. Lancaster's read that. He's nicked it. Can we get a ball into the box? He does. He finds Dominguez! Oh, Dominguez! It's 1-0 on the night. It's 3-1 on aggregate. It doesn't actually change that much. Munich still need to score 2. The only thing at Lancaster here, look at this, just read that like a book. Nicked in, stole it from Kimmich. A good ball into the box, and look at that first touch from Dominguez was just heavenly, wasn't it? Took the defender out of the game, and we're 1-0 up. Now, like I say, it doesn't change too much. Munich still need 2 goals. 2 goals now, of course, only ties it for them. It won't put them through. But it just makes us feel a little bit more comfortable, doesn't it? Come on, boys. We get into half-time here, still with this lead. Let's see if we can demand a little bit more before the break. Look at that, they're frustrated, they're disenchanted. It's your big time Charlies. Come on, boys, come on, we can do this. It does beg the question, if we do this, and we're in the last 8, like, can we actually go and win this thing? But let's get through this tie first. Assertive, boys, do not get complacent. It's the old thing, isn't it? 2 goals, it seems like a comfortable lead until the other team score 1, and then suddenly it doesn't seem like such a comfortable lead anymore. Let's tell a couple people here that aren't playing well. We expect a little bit more from them. And that all looks good. I don't really see a sense in changing anything that we're doing right now. It's working for us, really. Coping lumps one forward. That's not really the best pass, to be honest. Here we go, Dominguez. Here we get another ball in. It's there. Oh, it's off the post. It's he who's there again. It's Coping. He's tapped it in. Is it going to stand? Is it going to stand? I think it is. We're 2-0 up. We're 2-0 up. It's Bobby Coping's first of the season. And what a start to the second half. A couple of minutes in. We're 4-1 up on aggregate. That is stunning. Let's tell them to concentrate. And it's poor from Neuer, isn't it? It's really, really poor. He's no Aymar, is he, old Neuer in goal there. They're overwhelmed by the concentrate shout, but boys, you've just got to take it on the chin here. Here we go again. We're destroying them from corners. It's Cameron this time, and he goes just over the bar. This is really, really good. Now, I am tempted to take Cochrane off and protect him a little bit here from that second booking, but I don't. We're not that. Are we that comfortable? Maybe we'll give a little bit. Here goes Edie, the youngster. What's he got for us? Can he thread a pass? Oh, you can see. Oh, it's a great tackle, and Cameron can't finish it. Lancaster's having an absolute defensive just dream game. And it was a really good chance for Cameron, and he's hit it straight at the keeper. Here we go again with Lancaster. We're putting good pressure on them, but it's been hacked clear. And are we going to find ourselves on the back of a counter-attack here? They're getting forward. They're getting forward quickly. Solomon, who scored in the first leg. Lewandowski, this is trouble. Lewandowski pulls one back for them. It's 4-2 on aggregate. 2-1 on the night. We'll tell them to show some passion. It was looking really good. Arguably, Cameron should have put this game to bed. And we just got caught on the break, didn't we? Aymar should really have covered his near post a little bit better there if you're being hypercritical, but he was very badly exposed. And again from a corner, boys, come on, keep your heads here, keep your heads. Oh, what's happened there? It was being blocked by Coping, and that will do that as a highlight. All right, let's start and let's just slow it down. Let's be more disciplined. And just see if we can start and see this thing off a little bit. We won't waste time just yet. But, yeah, Cameron's not having a good day. I wonder, actually, let's bring Uche on just as a pressing forward. Just put their defenders under pressure. Just trying to close them down where we can. De Jong, oh, don't score again. If they score again, it gets a little bit nervous, doesn't it? Come on, boys, come on. Can we get a block in here? We can get a block in there. Can we win that ball? No, we can't. Kimmich has it. Can we nick it off Kimmich again? No. De Jong in for Tolisso. Oh, it's too much space. Oh, and I'm going to say the keeper maybe screamed, but it's 4-3 on aggregate, and an away goal now ends it for us. Oh, this is not what we needed, and suddenly it's looking as though it could all end in tears. It was looking really, really good. I'll tell you what, we'll waste time now. We might defend a little bit narrower. We did start defending narrower. And do we get stuck in as well? Oh, it could result in a send-off. That's what I'm worried about. in Dominguez. It could also result, of course, in a suspension. But we've got to get through this tie first, don't we? Oh, come on, boys. We're so close. We're just minutes away. We're literally minutes away. What else do we want to do here? That's all been done. What we probably want to do is... Do we want to sit the fullbacks back even more? I don't know that we do. Let's go defensive. Oh, please. Please, Jesus. Please, 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 please. I think this is it. We've made it nervous for ourselves. The referee checks his watch and we're into the final 8. We've drawn them 2-2 on the night. 4-3 on aggregate. Another goal, as I said, would have killed us off. But we've just about got there in the end. And boys, we are in the final 8 of the Champions League. That was guard against complacency going forward. But that was really good. Hearts win first round Champions League knockout tie. I tell you what, that's... what's happening with Lancaster here? He's fine. 8.5 million in the bank. That Cameron missed. That almost changed the tie, didn't it? Well, I mean, it did change the tie. But if we put that away, we were through. And it just gave them a chance to come back. And I tell you what, they almost did, didn't they? But we can't be too upset. I mean, it's a Bayern Munich team. They were always going to come back at us, weren't they? Now, unfortunately, there is no draw just now because if we look at the round of 16 games, what are we looking for here? We're looking for a round of 16 thing to click on. First knockout round, there we go. There's still a round of games to come. So when we come back next episode, we'll see who we get in the quarterfinals, and we'll probably even get the quarterfinal, to be honest. Has it got it there yet? It's all the way down here. It's after the split. So what do we do? This is a big game against Rangers, so maybe what we'll do is we'll come back tomorrow. That way we'll get the Champions League draw as well, because that'll take place on the Thursday one. So we'll come back tomorrow for Rangers away in the Champions League, in the Scottish Cup quarterfinal replay. And what's the bigger game? Dundee away is the bigger game there, isn't it? So we'll do that as a sort of hopefully a celebration party, having made a Scottish Cup quarterfinal, now a semi-final. So now if we have a look at the semi-final draw, actually, just quickly to update you on that, if we were to get past, we would play Ross County in the semi-final, and then it would be Dundee United or Wraith in the final. I think we'd rather Dundee United because they have 2 of our better players, young players on loan, so they obviously won't be able to play against us. So I think a weakened Dundee United is better than Wraith. Because if you look at the league table, Wraith are right up there. They're in 5th, so or joint 4th. So I think Dundee United with a weakened team might be the favoured draw there. But anyway, guys, let me know what you think in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you tomorrow. We're in the quarterfinals of the Champions League. Take care.